What I'm going to go over in this video now is Project Data List Part 2. What we dealt with in Part 1 was actually this top part, so the organization of the actual project data list and the data associated with it. What I'm going to look at now is this bottom part. We can see as we click, various things change at the bottom. If we go up to this shot 20, what we can see is these are the sorts defined, so we've got a number of tabs here. The sort defines all of the sorts that have been created with this. If this was imported, then its sorts would be based on the sort defaults for that particular data set, whether it was 2D, 3D, unstacked, or stacked. We can add any record type of sort that we want. We can just click on here and go to something like field record and channel number. If I simply OK, I can actually select these to be created, or select that particular one to be created. When it's created, what we have is this number here reflects the number of ensembles in that particular sort. So there's 20 shots or 20 field records. There's the min-max of that main sort. And then if we've got a secondary or third sort, it gives the min-max on that. So this is our sort for that particular data set. We can see how those are defined. File has to do with what the actual data file is determined for this. So in this case, we've got to scroll up, but this would be shot 20. If we had multiple data sets in here, if we had large volume of data sets, that would be reflected in here with multiple data sets. Now these tools here that look similar here all reflect this particular data set. So these are actually plotting that shot 20 disk file. These headers do not reflect the VISTA headers, they reflect the dictionary mapping of that exact disk file. We can look at the real header to that data set, or the binary header for that data set. So that the file associates the files associated with that particular selected data set. Flow, which is blank in this case, if we go to something like this, the flow indicates what flow was run to create that data set. If we look at any particular like this here, linear noise 1, this was a flow that was run. If we want to access that, we can actually hit on the F key, and that will open that particular flow that was run. The log again pertains to the same thing as the flow. This is a log that was created when we ran that flow, so it gives us information on timing and what the parameters were. Notes just allows us to put in information so we can add information into that that actually gets associated with that. And history is defined for any particular data set, whatever it's passed through. So if it's been input as a shot 20, and then what processes ran through that data set as it was created, that history is all maintained. Click down. So with Part 1 and Part 2, this gives us a good understanding of how the project data list is used in VISTA, and how a user would access that and find the information required.